And it seems that we are here. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Africans. I apologize for the state of my voice, but hey, this is what happens. We're just getting over a little bit of a cold, so I do sound a little bit more on the quiet side. But guys, we did say this would happen. Now, I know some people are coming here because they've said, on other streams, I've I've questioned if Nigeria can stay consistent, if they can continue and maintain this high level of play, and they have. So congratulations to them. But as we said, our finals are set. The first semifinal we saw today, we're getting right into it, guys. No hesitation. Again, reminder, we do African and Canadian content. Don't worry. For those of you who are wondering where the Canadian content is, it's coming. It's AFCON. But don't worry, all that other content's coming here. First game of the day, we had Nigeria coming away with the victory in penalties, 4-2 in penalties, 1-1 in time in regulation. This was an interesting game. When you look at the numbers, it does make it look as if South Africa was dominating the game, and I don't think they were fully. I think the story of this game, in the first half especially, was the missed opportunities, especially South Africa. Without any pressure that Nigeria was giving, South Africa was able to hit some long passes and were really testing the back line of Nigeria. But once they got in, the opportunities that they were creating, Bafana, I feel as if they look back, they would look and say, if only they had better opportunities, better, more quality shots, especially some of those first two. I think 2 to 3 went directly to the goalkeeper and were very soft. Come the second half, then you saw Nigeria say, we'll take away that space. That's when the pressure on the back line began, and Nigeria looked much more lively, and that continued on. Still a few opportunities for South Africa, but everything up until the 67th minute. Victor Osimhen taken down in the box, probably 65th. Penalty comes in by a Kong, 1-0. Now, on one of the more wild sequences you'll see, there's a foul at the edge of the Nigerian box, which isn't called. The ball is then countered. Nigeria goes all the way back. Victor Osimhen seemingly puts the game away. But upon VAR, some people would say it was subjective. Some would say it was controversial. I think it was the right call. But VAR goes back and says, no, there was a foul in the box, therefore it's a penalty. And Mokena, he scores in the 90th minute. And then coming in the 93rd minute, a free kick comes through, and they just sky the ball over the net. That could have been game. We could have been talking about South Africa, Bafana in the finals, but instead we go to additional time. No chances goes through up, and then the 115th minute, Kakana comes in with a foul, last-ditch tackle outside the box. It's a red card still, and we go to penalties. And I think looking at how the penalties went here, man, watching it, I know there's going to be a lot of praise given for Mbwali, Stephen Mbwali. Like, he had a Nwabali, sorry, my apologies. He had a good game in terms of saving the penalties, but there comes a point when you're watching that, and I was watching this thinking to myself, wait, in two of them, Stephen sets up more so. Now, if you're watching the way that the camera feed was set up, if you're watching it, the goalie's on more sit to the left. And the goalkeeper is giving you that right side. Now, it maybe was the way that I was looking at my perspective, but Stephen was giving them the right side or their left of the goal, yet the South Africans were still going for that shorter left-hand side, and that was 2 saves. Both sides, and I saw that, I was thinking, okay. Now then, once they got to like the 4th shooter, he then went more centrally, and then he went right for his dive, but a stressful game. But ultimately, I think if you're Nigeria, you still have a few things to clean up, especially looking at teams that are battling and getting opportunities. I think they gave away a lot of chances, especially directly. Nigeria, I think, if they turn up the pressure and the intensity, there are a few teams that can truly play with them. as well as can handle that pressure in this tournament left. And we'll see them against their group counterparts, Cote d'Ivoire. But I think the way Nigeria is playing, Cote d'Ivoire right now feels like the great story. I mean, no coach running off of the energy of the crowd. We could see nothing but have them come up and win. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. However, I think it'll come down truly to what happens now with their matchup going in. We'll have conversations about that as we move forward on that. So Nigeria comes away with the victory, and they will be facing Cote d'Ivoire, who just a few moments ago sealed their 1-0 victory over DR Congo. Sebastian Haller in the 65th minute in a game where they took most of the game, dominating possession mainly, dominating shots on target, overall shots not on target, a good set of corners back and forth. I don't know what else we can say about this Cote d'Ivoire side that people haven't said already. But truly, they are a side that have done so well. And I think they're playing with house money at this point. No one expected them to go here, especially, remember, Cote d'Ivoire were sitting on life support. Ghana fails to win versus Mozambique, means Cote d'Ivoire now are alive, and now they're in the finals playing their group mates who defeated them 1-0. And it's very fascinating to see how they will look and what they will learn in terms of their matchups one side from the other. Guys, it is going to be Cote d'Ivoire versus Nigeria in the finals. Looking at the stats of this game, guys, it was a very interesting game. Again, 17-4, 14-7, my apologies, in terms of shots. Possession at 57-43. This was a game where Cote d'Ivoire were in control, and for the home crowd, that's great. And now we have, again, a nice West African matchup in the finals. And a bit too early to say. I think I've always given Cote d'Ivoire the advantage for being at home. I gave them the advantage to win the group at home, and they weren't able to do so. So will I give it to them again? My way too early prediction, I'd say yes. I think the way that Nigeria are playing right now, the energy they're playing with, there's few people who can count them out. That being said, the home crowd, a team now, they only fell 1-0 to Nigeria in the group stage. I think Ivory Coast will be ready. These Ivoiriens will be ready for the matchup. I'm going to go with Ivory Coast winning at home as my selection. But guys, you let me know what you think, what your predictions would be. The way too early's. Who surprised you? Who impressed you in the semis? And overall, who are you rooting for in the finals, guys? This has been a question from the Africans, sounding a little dry, but we're here still. Thanks again, everyone, and until next time, bye-bye for now.